Hello, Princess, and welcome, members of the court. We are in beautiful Puerto Plata aboard the Valiant Lady, which means it is hot tub time, and we are going to talk about Celebrity Silhouette. All right, if you've watched this far, all 30 seconds, and watched the ad, I'll give you the, well, I'll give you the condensed version. It's like Royal without water slides. That is really my biggest takeaway. So, yeah, use that as you will. All right, so first off, I can't really read anything, so in no particular order, I'm just gonna do it by barely legible inspiration. So, question number one, am I old enough for Celebrity? Not yet. I might grow into it, but I'm still not in that crowd yet. It was fun, the people were super nice, but yeah, I will say not my crowd. But one note on the crowd, while most everybody was nice, it does seem that Celebrity's favorite cruiser is Karen. Take that as you will. The price for this particular sailing was actually really good. 4 days, I only paid like $600, including the gratuities. That did not include any extras. Weirdly though, the all-in package was insanely expensive. It would have gone from like $600 to $1,600, and all they give you is like drinks and Wi-Fi. So something didn't really add up. The fare might have just been extra discounted. So maybe on a regular sailing it would make sense, but this time I didn't opt into any of that. I did prepay the gratuities because they were going up right before sailing, so that's about it. Now, I didn't find out about this until I was on board, but they actually do a pride party. The problem is, with that crowd, it was a little bit cringy. I mean, they tried to make the best of it, but I think if they did this during certain times of the year, it might go over a little bit better, but I don't know, it was, it worked out for me because I was able to take a great thumbnail for a video you're going to see before or after this. Remember, I really have no idea in what order these are going to appear. The entertainment was good, but again, not for me. A lot of just regular production shows. I really felt like they were introduced with the ship way back in 2011 and haven't been updated since. I don't think any of the songs were past 2011. That's really easy to fix, which kind of surprises me why they haven't done that. But again, given the crowd, maybe they wouldn't notice. So for instance, the Life Unscripted show, honestly, it was just a bunch of random scenes. So when they say unscripted, they mean things that didn't fit into any other show. So we're just going to dump them in here and please enjoy it. It just bounced around all over the place. Kind of like the shows on MSC Seascape that were like clip shows. I think if they put a little bit more time into a common thread, it would come across a lot better. The performers were great, but the script was lacking. Now, the comic was the best. She was one of the best that I have seen at sea. Monique Montez, I think, was her name, and somehow she was able to weave into her routine both Dead or Alive and farm stores. So at that moment, I knew I loved her. But wait, not in that way. I used that joke already, didn't I? I'm so sorry. I should do better. I did appreciate some of the things that they really differentiated from Royal Caribbean, and some of them were the games. So they played just, guest games that I had never seen on any other ship, and that did add that element of difference that I was really looking for. So yeah, I did like that. And would I go back just for the games? Maybe not, but when I am back, I will certainly enjoy playing them. Also, they don't do regular karaoke. They did bandioke. That I think you already saw, where you sing along with a live band. So that was something totally different. And you know what? I'm actually surprised that's the first time I've seen it. As for the crew, they were as wonderful as always. Very friendly, very overtly friendly. I was probably told good morning, good afternoon, good evening more times than on every other sailing combined. And they were actually pretty efficient. I don't know if Celebrity still has any crew shortage problems, but it did not come through this time. I think I only waited once at a bar, and it was crowded anyway because of a party. So that's totally fine. But everywhere else, I just walked right up and they were good to go. So at least that went over very well. The food. Okay, I've heard a lot. I expected a lot. Not really delivered. It is Royal Caribbean food, just a little bit better. Like they are trying to be a little bit less unoffensive, I guess, is probably the best way to put it. So this expectation was developed by just reading, who reads anymore? Watching, other people's cruise vlogs and kind of expecting a little bit more, almost a virgin level experience, but it was not like that at all. And now that I'm here, let me tell you, comparing the coffee here on Virgin Voyages to the coffee on MSC, what I had at Cafe Il Baccio was terrible. It was like, honestly, I don't know if I would go back. I probably would, but it was just not great. I will say, I think the water had a lot to do with it, but then they should use different water. But yeah, now that I can compare, it was not that great. I couldn't compare it to Disney because I didn't get any fruity coffee on Disney. So yeah, those are the last two options I had. And the buffet I will call nicely whelming. It was the right size for the ship. There was not a crisis-inducing number of choices, but there was enough variety to, to be a great alternative to the dining room. And weirdly, I do like that because you know how I get when there's way too much to choose from. So in that respect, I think it's a win. Although, again, the quality of the food was a little bit better than Royal. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change that a little bit and say it was on par because Windjammer does a pretty good job. So there was nothing there that really differentiated them, except the cakes were terrible. They were just barely edible. No, they were unedible. Yeah, they were like carnival cakes. They were gorgeous. They looked pretty, beautiful colors, but don't even bother. Then there was the completely unforgivable sin of the incorrect sprinkles. That's the yes, celebrity, that's what I remember, and that's what I'm telling people about. The terrible sprinkles. So, step up that game, because it's not that hard. How much cheaper could they be? So to answer the question I'm sure everybody wants to know, will I sail Celebrity Cruises again? Yes, but it will be on an Edge class ship. I'm looking to do that later this year. 3 of them are going to be somewhere in Florida, so that will be a terrific opportunity. I don't know which one it'll be. I don't know if Captain Kate will be aboard one. We'll talk about that another time. But yes, I definitely will try. But at this point, I will say, given the things they offer, the reputation, the services, whatever, at this point, I'm going to say I would sail my next celebrity sailing will be for the ship. And we will reserve final judgment until then. So this is only a final decree on Celebrity Silhouette, and we will leave the door open for future experiences. That means that while I honestly did not have the best time, it did not live up to my expectations of, what they should be and what I think they could be. Well, you know what? What am I going to complain about? That's why I am thankful. Even after that, even after the incorrect sprinkles, I am thankful for my problems. I forgot to mention, this hot tub is actually hot.